What's up, fellas? This is the Beer League Beauties podcast. We got a legend on here. His name's Logan. He's the owner of Best Damn Tape. They have hockey wax. They have stick wax. They have hockey wax. They got tape. They got some merch. He's the owner of it. Um, and he's buddies with Kyle Schmieder.
Yeah,
I've
I appreciate you having me on, bro.
yeah.
We've been trying to get this organized for a little bit. I've definitely been a supporter of the podcast since you were at Kentucky, since you just left. So it's awesome to be on, and I really appreciate
Thanks,
it.
man. I appreciate it. This is the first podcast I've done in a long time, probably in over a month. So I'm
Hey, no
little
worries.
new to it.
Let it flow. Let it
Yep.
flow.
Yeah. Um, so we decided to go completely raw today. Usually I tell all my, guests, what are we going to be talking about? Like, hey, I'm going to ask you these questions, and today we're just going raw. I said, fuck it.
Good. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I can start a little bit just talking about the company and just kind of how I got there. I know
Yeah.
we kind of were in similar shoes of just kind of falling out of the love with the game of hockey, and still trying to be involved with it with companies we've started. And yeah, I was playing juniors up in Boston, and I realized that I didn't want to be on a name on a sheet anymore, and I wanted to do something still around the game that I loved, obviously, which is hockey. And my dad's an entrepreneur. He owns a pro stock hockey company, so he'll
Hmm.
buy from all the big guys and then resell it to the general public. And then he had a guy who sold him tape on the side, and I just he gave up the manufacturing. He didn't want to do it anymore. He sent it to my dad, and my dad didn't want to do it. I kind of took it and made it my baby. It's been a year and a month now since we started selling, but definitely a little more. It's been in the works for quite some time now, but it's just we got the Anaheim Ducks in the first couple months of business, which was absolutely amazing for us. We're working on a few different teams. We work with Ohio State, Princeton, Sacred Heart, Bowling Green, just a bunch of different schools, and we're just trying to keep getting the name out there, especially in a market like hockey accessories and tape.
Wow, dude, right on. Um, so how did you get that opportunity to work with the Anaheim Ducks?
Yeah, so definitely leveraging the connections through just playing hockey. I mean, same as you. I played hockey since I was really young, since I was 4 years old. And my dad being in the pro stock hockey business, he bought equipment from Anaheim for a very long time. Blessed for that, and he had a great relationship with them. And I sent them samples for the development camp. I had a good feedback from some of the guys, and they bought 15 cases to kind of start us off in business, which was unbelievable. And I couldn't
Um,
ask for anything better. And it's amazing to work with such a team of that caliber, and even the equipment managers are so professional. And because that's usually who I deal with at the end of the day, is those guys and the players, of course. But they're so professional and so great to deal with, along with everyone else we've been able to work with. It's been awesome.
wow, right on, dude. That's unreal. Um,
Yeah, you went to USM before Kentucky, right?
yeah, I went to Southern Maine for two
Yeah,
years.
I sent samples there just recently as well.
Get out of
Yeah,
here. Yeah.
to
Pinches.
to
Pinch will definitely get some.
I think oh yeah, Pinch is the coach there.
Pinch, yeah.
Yeah, he was a coach when I was real young. He coached the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights when I played for him when I was like 11.
Wow. Nice. So you sent
Yeah.
some out there? Did you send it out there?
Yeah, I sent some out there. I'd say probably a little bit before the conference we went to down in Florida, a couple weeks ago with all the equipment managers to the equipment manager there.
Oh, nice.
So,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
working on trying to do some stuff there too.
Sweet, dude. Let's go. Roll Huskies. Uh, what about Kentucky? You gonna get down there?
We've been trying. ACHA is definitely an interesting market to be a part of. I know they're heavily affiliated with Howie's, and so some teams get really good discounts from them, and obviously they use that and go through it. But we've been able to work with a few different teams throughout there. We're trying to get in Kentucky. I've been trying. Trying to hear back from some of the guys. I know some of the guys said it was in the. We sent some samples there too, but they said it was in the stalls there, just trying to weed our way through and try and get the best teams possible.
Yeah. Dude, you got to get some sales reps out there like Meter. Meter's got to be a sales rep for you.
Yeah, just pounding the pavement for me
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah. Um, dude, that's awesome. And for anyone that's listening right now, um, they would know that what Secret Weapon Stick Wax is. It's a company that that I my father used to own. It was a stick wax company, and it blew up like kind of like just on the East Coast. Like it was in a bunch of TSRs, it was
Mhm.
in a bunch of pure hockeys, and then the entrepreneur business is not for the easy, dude. So it's crazy. Um,
And that's why
but
I do love what you're doing with even Gladiator too. Gladiator's awesome. I love seeing the stuff with that. And, yep, there it is.
got it right here.
Yeah, I love seeing the stuff with that too. And people don't really understand it's an entrepreneurial journey is something else. And for sure, like you understand it through your dad, and same with me. I understand it through my dad. It's not easy. You're pounding the pavement trying to build yourself up while trying to push the brand out as much as you can and still
Yeah,
remain profitable. So
yeah,
it's and it all relies on you at the end of the day. So it's definitely an interesting task, but it's fun. I do enjoy it and love it a lot.
yeah. I mean, you're in a really hard business. Like the hockey business is really hard. You got Howie's, just an absolute
And they do
savage of a company.
They do, of course, they do amazing. Like their marketing is just unbelievable, off the charts. And it's been like that since I was a little kid. Like I remember coming up the ranks, and Renfrew was like the big thing. Like it was the first hockey tape, and
Mhm.
then Howie started getting social media presence when Instagram and everything started coming out. They just took over, and that was
Yeah,
how they jumped. They took all the youth, and I was part of that youth. I'm pretty sure you were too. We were
yeah,
all just going up with Howie's, and that's why they are where they are right now. And it's been cool to see throughout that, but I
yeah.
definitely I definitely think it's time for a little bit of a change on that
It
end.
is the best damn tapes coming up. And
Yeah.
dude, I remember it like seeing Howie's. Like I remember Howie's stick wax. That's what they were like pretty much known for.
Yep, and it
And
came out in the
then
tin, and it didn't come out like the Mr. Zog sex wax. It didn't come in
yeah,
just the plastic. It came in the
yeah.
tin. Yeah.
And I was just shocked at seeing tape. I'm like, what are they doing? This is ass. And then boom, I'm using it and I
Yep.
love it now, and that's how, they just need a chance. But you're definitely getting the chances. You're getting the looks like to already be in the NHL the first year is crazy.
Yeah. It was unbelievable. And that conference we went to, I was gonna say that to you when we got
Yeah.
some time to talk as well. The Fats Fem conference we did in Florida just a few weeks ago was unbelievable. It was great for networking, great for just talking to about all the equipment managers and ATs around all the leagues. And I was gonna say with Gladiator, you could definitely go set up there and see what you could do.
Yeah.
Quench was there.
Hmm.
Um, I'm trying to think of who else, like the Honey Stinger guys, like the
Wow.
guys who make the stuff. So
Yeah.
there was some different companies there too. So it was all interesting stuff.
Yeah. And so what is that? Is that like a hockey thing?
Yeah,
What is
so
it?
it's all hockey equipment managers and athletic trainers and like physical therapist guys, all from like the junior level all the way up to the pros. So it's like
Mhm.
the guy from Southern Maine, the equipment manager was there.
Yep.
All the pro guys are mandatory to go there. So it's definitely a big conference, and it's once every year. And
Wow.
it's in Florida again next year.
All
But
right.
those guys
Yeah.
are the decision makers at the end of the day, other than the players, because we both know how picky players can be with gear and whatever we want. So ultimately the players, but definitely those guys are a big factor for sure.
Yeah. It's crazy. Some of the superstitions that people have. Like, I mean,
I mean, I could still tell you plenty. I'm a left gear first always guy. I
yeah.
never I would freak out if I put anything on right first. It's very weird. Hockey players are definitely creatures of habit.
Guess what? I did it for the first time from I don't know when I did it, but like I really started
Oh,
realizing
did you
it.
freeze up on me?
Can you hear me? All right.
We all good?
I think we're back on.
All right. I can see you now. Yeah, you froze up on me a little bit, but no worries. We're
Yeah,
all good.
that was really bad. I don't know if we're still going, but
It said recording started again.
okay. All right. So we don't have to re-talk, but where were we?
Yeah, we were just talking about the end of the Fats Femme thing and talking about that. But yeah, it was interesting. It was definitely good. We're definitely going to go back next year and we were able to send out a lot of samples to a lot of different NHL rooms, college rooms through that. So
Yeah.
it was definitely a good experience.
And so so can you name the Division 1 teams that you have?
The Division 1 teams that we have as of right now, we have Ohio State, Princeton, Sacred Heart women's, and then we have Bowling Green men's as well.
Nice. And what
Yeah.
about Sacred Heart men's?
We're working on that right now. We're
Yeah.
trying to get into there, but the I knew the women's equipment manager through just playing hockey for
Yeah.
a long time. So we were able to get in there through a nice connection, and the girls liked it as well. So it was good for sure.
I got the Kevin Ritz is the equipment manager for UMaine. So
You yeah, I tried to I sent an email
you just gotta
to you.
DM him on Instagram, dude. That's how I
He
got
actually,
off there.
he actually did answer my email and said that I believe that they work with Howie's. I think they have a league deal. Or are they
Oh.
Hockey East?
Yeah, they're Hockey East. Yeah.
That they work with Howie's. Hockey
Yeah.
East is a Howie's deal.
What about the UNH manager? You know him?
I sent samples there as well.
Yeah. His name's
Oh,
Malcolm, right?
yes.
I think so. Yeah, I want to try to get a tour out there. And
Yeah, because you do the cool tour stuff too. Where are you at with that? Did you like stop with doing
no,
all that?
I'm still going. It's, I'm working on some places, some big boy places here.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Should get out to
it's
Ohio State.
yeah, that'd be a cool one. Maybe we can talk about that. But
That'd
yeah,
be
I got a lot of Division 3 schools that I want to do. I want to do um like the schools that are not getting any coverage, like a school like Anna Maria, let's say.
yeah,
No one has any clue where Anna Maria is, what their rink is, what their locker room looks like. Let's
definitely.
let's jump into that. Or
I feel like that's a lot of D3 as well. You could really
yeah,
kind of put it on the map that way. And
yeah.
there's some studs that play in D3. I have a couple buddies who play on Geneseo, the Knights. Like they're nasty. And it's definitely good hockey and
Mhm.
something that would be cool to showcase.
Yeah. I'll give you a couple, off the top of my head right now. So we got to wait
Cool.
till the fall. So we
Yeah.
got talking Penn State. That's going to
Okay.
be huge. Yeah. We're talking in the books. Little Ray Bork action is the Bruins possibly.
Whoa.
Bruins practice facility.
That's
Um,
unreal.
yeah, that'd be really cool. Um, what else? We got Oswego down
Oswego.
there. It's but it's like, when do I want to do it? Like, when can
Yeah.
I get down there, drive down there? Because I live in New Hampshire. It's a long ass drive to
Yeah,
Penn
for sure.
State.
Yeah, that's
But it's
a
worth it because it's
Yeah,
what you got to do.
that would be some sick content too. Happy Valley is and it's a fun place to go as well.
Yeah, yeah, man. Um, so so you told me how you got into the stick tape company.
Yeah.
So it was your idea or was someone else's idea?
Yeah, it was kind of me and my dad both. He's kind
Yeah.
of my business partner in this whole thing. I kind of just bounce ideas off him whenever I need help with something. And he had been getting that tape for a while and knew that guy was on his way out, like knew he didn't want to do it for much
Mm,
longer. So he drafted that logo, this logo, probably like a year and a half before it was even like a thought. And was
yeah.
like, I'm just gonna pay a guy on Fiverr to make the logo just because I have it. And he bought the domain, everything,
Wow.
and just kind of put it on the back burner. And then I came back and it was there, and it was amazing, unbelievable. And then took it from there, and contacted the manufacturer, and we had a great relationship with the one originally in China, but we just signed a new deal with a company here in the States. So couldn't
Wow.
be more excited about that. To finally expedite that whole process of having to wait, get it shipped, and then deal with every tax that you have to deal with at the border.
Hmm.
But it's we're really excited about the next few steps for us. I think it's going to be a big change, and we're looking to just keep expanding.
So can you without telling me too much, like what are you looking forward to? Like, is there different colors of tape? Like, I don't know where you would go, you
Yeah,
know?
no, I definitely have a roadmap kind of lined out for us, and that's such a cool question to be asked. It's I've kind of had this thought that we've always wanted to expand into different sports, because it's athletic tape. It's a $1 billion market when you look at it just as athletic tape. Obviously hockey is much smaller, and seeing that there's such a potential for gain in that market. And there were a lot of athletic trainers who've contacted us about, hey, do you have athletic tape? Do you
Hmm.
want to move into that? Are you going to think about that? So I think, yeah, that's going to be our next thing. In the next this in 2 weeks, I think we're going to have our double wide cloth, black and white. So that's going to be
Nice.
exciting. A lot of people have been asking for that. And then I think we're going to start making the step towards the grip tape. And then eventually, I really want to do a type of tape that's it's more of a universal grip tape. So you could put it on your hockey stick, you could put it on your tennis racket, you could put it on a lacrosse stick, you could do whatever with it. And that's a little farther down the road. I need to be able to look at some things and do that. But yeah, there's definitely some area, and of course hockey accessories as well, like laces and
Hmm.
different things that we're opening to.
Nice. And
Yeah.
so do you guys like sponsor athletes? I see that you got a couple
Yeah,
athletes on
we've
there.
it really in the beginning it was through guys that I knew just from playing hockey for so long, but
Yeah.
after we've been getting out to so many teams, especially in we have a good relationship with the equipment manager at Youngstown. He just got a new job in the AHL, but he always sent a lot of guys to us from Youngstown because we supplied them, and they loved our tape, and we have so many athletes from those guys. So if it's just EQ or guys reaching out to me through email, Instagram DM, who've seen it or used it, it's we kind of just go from there, or I'll reach out to some different guys and ask them. But it's been awesome. We've got some cool guys on board, and it's definitely an honor to work with them.
Right on. And so what about the merch? What kind of merch do you guys have?
Yeah, the merch is definitely an interesting situation for us because we got it more out of like a wholesale thing. The Bauer merch that we have on our site, we got out a wholesale thing, and we put our logos on it here. We have a press machine and we put on the logos of all of them. And it's just all that stuff. And we want to keep bringing the Bauer stuff. We don't want to do anything else. We want to keep the good quality of the material
Mhm.
and keep it going. I was just looking over there because the press machine's right over there. So
Yeah,
it's yeah, it's cool stuff. And then the hats too. We just get them stitched from a guy upstate in New York. So
nice.
it's all interesting stuff, but we're looking to keep expanding. But that's the hardest thing is finding, especially hockey accessories, is finding people that do it, like laces
Yeah,
and in little bags and different things like that. So, and you have to be
yeah,
creative, obviously. Don't wanna copy someone or do some of the same stuff.
yeah. Sweet. And what was the feeling of your first sale? Like how did that feel?
I kind of say it. I've said it a lot, and I'll keep saying it. It feels like scoring a goal for the first time, and that's what it was like, and that's why I loved it so much. And I feel like I was put on this earth to be an entrepreneur and sell things and make people happy, and through that, it's really given me so much character through being an entrepreneur. I felt like you have to learn so much and do so many things. And and yeah, definitely getting that first sale is like scoring the goal, and it stays
Yeah,
the same for
let's
sure.
go. And yeah, so all right, let's switch it up.
Yeah, let's
I'm
do it.
really, really bad right now. I've whole day of work and I'm slow.
Hey, don't worry about it. It's
But
we're just flowing. We're having a good conversation.
yeah. So how do you know Kyle Mead,
Oh,
my
I
man?
known Meter since I was 12 years old, really. I've known him for a long, long time. We played hockey against each other, and then we played with each other, and then against each other, and then with each other to
Yeah,
end our both of our careers. So
nice.
I've known him for a while, and it's so crazy how small the hockey world is. And
It is.
I'll say that so many times. It's nuts. Someone from you played against someone from Massachusetts, and then you go to a camp with another guy who knows him, and
Yeah,
it's nuts.
it is. It's pretty cool.
It
Yeah,
is super.
I know Meter. He was definitely one of my favorite kids on the team. And I don't know why I would call him Schmieder. Be like, hey, Schmieder. And so now I say Kyle Schmid. I don't know why, but
Did you go in as a senior,
I went in as a junior.
junior, junior?
Junior. Yep. And yeah. So I'm kind of chasing the entrepreneurial business, just
I
like
love
you,
it.
man. And
It's same as me. I feel like that's like I said, it's what I'm here for, and it's the best way to do it, man. You want to work for yourself at the end of the day. You want to
yeah.
be able to make your own money and do different do different things with it. And I can obviously see that it's not going to stop at Gladiator. I feel like you're just going to keep pushing out some more stuff.
And you won't see this. You just for the people that are watching, you won't see this again.
Whoa,
You'll never see this drink ever again. You'll
whoa!
see a
What do you?
different one. Yep.
Oh, so
We
we're
got
dropping cryptic messages.
yep, we got some new things coming.
That's
It's gonna
awesome.
it's in the works, but we're trying. It's all about that investment money, man. You
Yeah,
can't go anywhere without it.
yeah, I completely agree, and that's kind of where we're at with our company is really stretching into the big box stores, and the only way to do that is to get a big investment to get a bunch of inventory. That's
Yeah.
it. That's really the only way that it's possible at the end of the day. So it's we're definitely in the same boat,
Yeah.
and just expanding and scaling is so hard, especially even in your industry too. There's a lot of
Yeah.
energy drinks that have been
There is.
around for literally millennia. My dad drank them when he was 16. Like
Yeah.
they've been around forever, and it's definitely an interesting market. But
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what you can do. It's I love the underdog story.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Hmm. But here's the thing with Gladiator, we don't, Zach Smith's idea of creating this drink was to create a healthier energy drink,
Yeah,
so we don't want to be like all the rest. We want to be healthy. So that's what we're going to stick with.
that's awesome.
And
And I know there's a lot of people who would when they get investment money, they sell out and don't want to be that healthy company and
yeah,
just conform with what the person wants at the end of the day. But I like that that you're standing your ground and you don't and it's going to be the next generation of products is all the natural products, all the healthy stuff
yeah,
and no one in the next I can make a bold prediction probably the next 10 years is going to want to buy anything that's either not made in the
mhm,
US or not like sugar free or anything of that sort.
yeah.
So
Definitely. I'm looking at her right now. She's beautiful.
yeah,
She's beautiful. Um,
man, it's definitely a super cool story. Are you in it by yourself or do you have a partner?
it's me and my partner. Yeah.
Your partner?
So his name's Zach Smith. He's the
Did
guy
he
that founded the whole thing,
the whole
started
thing?
it, and I dropped out to chase it with him, to work hand, side by side with him, and it went from not knowing anything about sales to getting sales, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
It's crazy, but there's also the part of it where you got to grind where you get denied. It's not as hard as door to door sales. Like I know a guy
oh,
that did door to door sales, and people will literally say, "Fuck off, get off
yeah.
my property."
You get off my front door.
Yeah, get out of here. But
Yeah,
I'm dealing with uh, gas station owners, supermarket owners, convenience store owners. So they're they're mostly easy most of the time, but sometimes
like
you get hardcore no's, and that's the start.
sure.
That's a no is the start to a sale.
Yes,
You know?
I am. I am one of the most annoying people when it comes to making a sale. I will follow up with you so many times, but I'm not going to be like the person who just wants to know about the product. I'm going to ask you how everything's going, like if anything's wrong, like why haven't you been answering
Yeah.
or anything like that. But it's it's so interesting making this sale. It's not many people. It's all salespeople are also looked at as a different like a as a weird profession. Like
Yeah.
people are like, oh, you sell things, but you're also the owner of a company at the end of the day.
Mm.
But it's something I can't really describe the feeling of, and the only way I can describe it is the joy of scoring a goal. And
Mm-hmm.
people don't understand how many times you get denied. Like how many times you post the collaboration or you're in somewhere and they don't know how many times you got denied before that, 50, 100, and then you're waiting for that one message and then it lights up everything.
Oh, I know the process. The amount of times I've embarrassed myself DMing hockey players, hey, do you want to jump on my podcast? And then, just seen, like left on red.
Just it's just how oh God, I hate the left on red. Ugh.
And then you'll see them. And then you'll see that hockey player and they'll be like, yeah, sorry about that. You know,
That's
you know,
great. No, it's
but
it's definitely interesting, and people don't realize that, and people will definitely look at you a different way, especially people probably look at you like you were crazy dropping out of college to go be an entrepreneur.
yeah.
But I'm not gonna sit here and look at you crazy. I can see it completely, and really, I go to West Virginia University, and really the whole reason of going there was I was going to play Division 1 club there, but I have the reciprocal scholarship, so I have in-state
Mm.
tuition there, and
Well,
it was a no-brainer for me, and I got a bunch of scholarships through it, so not really paying much for college at the end of the
uh,
day, and heading into my junior year as well. So I guess we'll
yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
I would, I would definitely say if you're don't waste the money. You're gonna be in debt. You're gonna
I
be
know,
in
man.
debt.
Scares me. It scares me, and that's why it was between like a Tennessee. I was either gonna go to Tennessee or I was gonna go to West Virginia, and Tennessee's
Mhm.
35K a year. I'm like,
Yep.
I'm not doing that, and I can go to West Virginia and just pay it out of pocket. Like, and
Yeah.
now like we're okay now that I can pay it out of my own pocket, and I won't have to
Yeah.
worry about it.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a good experience, and wouldn't change it for a world. Thank God. I'm so blessed. Thank God.
Yeah. I mean, I've learned more in the real world than I ever did in a year of college or 3 years of college. Like,
I
dude,
I don't want to sit here and be the college hater, but I do agree with you on that. And I'm not gonna like I agree with you that I learned most of my knowledge from owning a company. And I assume that's
mm,
the same things for you. Like
yeah.
it from owning a company, operating a company, dealing with people, learning how to talk to people. And
Mhm.
that's they don't teach you how to do that
No.
in college. They teach you how to be a robot, but they may give you some of the knowledge,
Yeah.
but you need to do some for yourself and be able to talk and move forward with different things.
Yeah. And every hockey player wants to make it to college and play there. That's the dream, but you're really not good enough. Just
Man,
you got to get the real world started. So,
And that was where I was.
yeah.
I didn't want to claw and scratch until I would still be playing juniors this year, and then
Yeah.
hopefully maybe try and get a low end D1 school, maybe if by the grace of God.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't even imagine doing it. And I feel so bad for some of the guys I want them to I text them and I support my guys. I'm support with all my friends and most of my teammates and want the best for them, but definitely need to face the real world. And hockey definitely does that to some kids for sure. It'll keep you in it for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah. And you definitely go through, I went through it, still going through it, is identity crisis. You got no clue who you are,
Your
what you're
whole
doing. And, someone asks you, hey, what are you? I'm a hockey player. I play hockey in college. And then someone asked me that, and that's when it hit me. I don't know. I don't know what I do. I don't
Yeah,
work. I got no job right now. Like, you know, and now it's like you start growing out of it. It gets better every day, you know?
100%. And I completely agree with you on that. Like, and I can tell you this. I haven't really on any of the podcasts I've been on, but when I told my dad that I didn't want to play hockey, like it's not an easy conversation, man. Like I was bawling my eyes
Mm-mm.
out. I was a mess. It was definitely something it's like taking a doll from a little girl. It's everything you ever had. And
Yeah.
it's it was definitely a super heartwarming and heartfelt talk, but I definitely learned that at the end of the day it's just a game.
It
It
is. Yeah.
is. It really is just a game. And even though that little black rubber puck controlled our lives for as long as we can remember, and look, it still brings us some great things,
Yeah.
even though we're on the backside of it and doing that. And that's really why I wanted to do this.
Yeah.
That was the whole reason.
You want to stay connected with the game somehow, you know?
Yes, absolutely. And I don't think I want my kids to play. And
That's what
and I
that's what I'm saying after I learned out what jujitsu was
oh
and what boxing
yeah,
was. And I'm like,
yeah, man.
it is so it goes from identity crisis to you have nothing competitive to put yourself into. You can't go out and check someone in beer league, but you can do that in jiu-jitsu, in boxing. You
Yeah.
can choke someone out and you learn how to, wipe your ego away. And
I I was just gonna say that. And at the end of the day, you learn how to defend yourself. You go in the street, one out of every 500 people knows how to actually defend themselves.
yeah,
And it's a very interesting thing, and especially with hockey, like you said, but before we started recording, like I wish I would have done it earlier.
yeah,
It was something that I also felt could have been there on the side as well. That would have helped with hockey and still been able to go to outside of hockey.
yeah. Well, here's a crazy story. So shout out to Kyle Bokniak. He he's the coach of North Andover Jiu-Jitsu. He owns it too. And so this guy, he started MMA at 22 years old or 24 years old. He
I
had
love these
a
stories.
really rough childhood. I don't know if I want to, share his personal stuff.
No
You
worries.
know, at the end of the day, he might kick my ass. He will kick my ass. I'll get knocked out so fast.
Yeah.
But it's crazy what this guy did. So he ended up in jail for whatever reason, um, and he said, "Screw it, I'm going full time with the MMA and the boxing." And um, I was talking to him. It's a grind to do it, but by the time he was 28 or 30, whatever it was, he's in the UFC and he's fighting freaking Zabib, freaking Menor fucking
Meg.
whatever. And
That's
he's
that's
a freaking
awesome.
legend, dude. He's a legend. If you look up Kyle Bokniak versus Sabib, it's the fucking sickest fight, dude. It's sick.
That's
And
crazy. And that's awesome. I'm a huge UFC nerd. And that started when I got done with hockey as well.
yeah,
And that was
me
I just
too.
became such a huge UFC nerd. I stopped really watching hockey and just really started watching all UFC. And I haven't been on the ice in a long time. I definitely need to try and get back out there, but I'm so busy.
Yeah.
I know you probably are too. You probably haven't gotten on the ice very
You
much.
just gotta you just gotta forget about it. It's like you're
Yeah.
no longer doing it competitive. Beer league's gonna always be there, but
I
you
know,
know,
and that's the thing. Like so many guys are like, "Hey, come out, like skate and like
yeah,
have some fun." I'm like, I'm just gonna try and score as many goals as possible. I don't want to do
yeah,
that. Like
yeah,
it's just
yeah,
it's not my time. It's past.
yep. Well, my man,
Dude,
thank you, Logan.
I
Um,
appreciate it so much. This has been great.
I learned so much from you, and maybe we got to do a round two of this.
Hey,
Down the line.
we had a great conversation. I'd love to do round two. It'd be electric.
Yeah, we'll definitely be doing that on the Beer League Beauties, and we'll stay in contact. We'll keep talking, but
Hey, brother.
this is episode 46. Thanks, boys. We'll see ya.
Peace out, guys. Thank you.